Hey, Pure Bath Bliss community. Greg here. So glad you're joining me. Have you ever stood in your bathroom, looked at all the plastic bottles and tubes, and just felt that little twinge of, well, eco-guilt? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to ditch that stress completely and talk about how we can transform our bathrooms into these beautiful, sustainable spaces, one super simple swap at a time.
And I mean it. If you've ever had that thought of, oh my gosh, where do I even begin, while looking at your shelves, I want you to know that is 100% normal. This is not about some perfect, overnight, all-or-nothing transformation. Nope. It's all about making small, intentional changes that actually feel good and, believe me, make a huge difference.
All right, so before we jump into the how, let's start with the most important part, the why. Why even go through the effort? Because honestly, connecting with your motivation is what makes this whole journey so rewarding.
Hundreds. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's roughly how many plastic items from just the bathroom alone that each and every one of us sends to a landfill every single year. I mean, think about it. Toothbrushes, floss containers, shampoo bottles. It adds up so fast.
But here's the good news. The journey has these incredible upsides. First, the obvious one. You're cutting way down on landfill waste. But second, you're actually creating a healthier home for yourself by avoiding some iffy chemicals like parabens. And third, this one might surprise you, you can genuinely save money in the long run with smarter, reusable choices. It's a win-win-win.
Okay, you ready for the fun part? Let's talk swaps. And don't worry, we're not talking about a massive, stressful overhaul here. The secret, the absolute key, is to start with the easy wins, those simple changes that pack the biggest punch.
This right here is the golden rule. I call it the slow, intentional swap. Please do not feel like you need to go and throw everything out to start from scratch. That's actually the opposite of zero waste. The absolute best way to do this is to just replace things with a sustainable option as you run out. It's gradual, it's affordable, and it is totally stress-free.
So what's your first easy win? Solid bars. I'm telling you, switching from liquid shampoo in a plastic bottle to a solid shampoo bar is a complete game changer. One of these little bars can replace 2, sometimes even 3 plastic bottles. And the same goes for conditioner, body wash. It's such a simple swap with a massive impact.
Here's another one that's just a no-brainer. Think about how many disposable cotton pads or balls we go through. By switching to washable bamboo rounds, you just buy them once and that's it. You're done. You just toss them in a little mesh bag with your laundry. How easy is that? And what about your shower tools? That plastic shower puff or loofah? You can swap that for a natural loofah, which, get this, is literally just a dried gourd. So when you're done with it, you can just toss it right in the compost. Same idea for cleaning brushes. Just look for ones with wooden handles and natural fibers.
And finally, let's talk about creating a space that just feels calm. This is about more than just reducing waste. Swapping out all those mismatched plastic tubs for some beautiful glass jars or maybe some metal tins for your bath salts or cotton rounds, it instantly declutters your bathroom and, your mind.
Feeling inspired? I hope so. Okay, let's turn these ideas into a real plan. I've put together a simple 4-week roadmap that's going to guide you every single step of the way.
Here we go. Week 1, just focus on swapping 1 bottle for 1 bar. That's it. Week 2, tackle a daily disposable, maybe your toothbrush or those cotton rounds. Week 3, upgrade 1 cleaning tool and maybe grab a couple of nice glass jars. And week 4 is so important. You just review what's working, what you love, and maybe you buy your first bulk refill to really lock in that new habit. See? Totally manageable.
Okay, let's be real for a minute. Any new habit is going to come with a few little hurdles. So let's talk about the most common roadblocks you might run into and exactly how to navigate them so you can keep this journey feeling good. Ah, yes. This is the #1 question I get hands down. People see a $5 shampoo bar, they compare it to a $2 bottle of liquid shampoo at the store, and they think, whoa, this is way too expensive. But we got to look at it a little differently.
The key is to think about the long-term value, not just the upfront price tag. Those solid bars last so much longer, which actually makes them cheaper per wash. You can also find amazing deals on handmade soaps at your local farmer's market. And hey, don't underestimate the power of DIY. A simple 50-50 mix of white vinegar and water in a spray bottle is an unbelievably cheap and effective cleaner. Okay, this is the other big one. You try a new shampoo bar or maybe a natural deodorant, and it just feels weird. Your hair feels different, or you're not sure the deodorant is working. Your body has to get used to the change.
And that can be a temporary roadblock, for sure. The secret here is just a little bit of patience. When you switch to a natural shampoo bar that doesn't have sulfates, your scalp might go through what some people call a purge, as it rebalances its natural oil production. Same thing can happen with natural deodorant. This is a totally normal part of the process. Just stick with it for a couple of weeks, and I promise you are going to be so glad you did.
All right, last step. You've made the swaps, you've navigated the challenges, so how do you make this new, awesome routine stick for good without even thinking about it? It really is all about simple systems. Pick one day a week, laundry day maybe, where you wash all your reusable rounds and cloths. Every so often, just check on your wooden items like your toothbrush so you know when it's time to compost and replace them. And my favorite tip, find a refill buddy. Seriously, sharing the journey with a friend is such a fun way to stay motivated.
I really want to leave you with this thought. You've absolutely got this. Remember, this is a journey, not some kind of race to perfection. Every single swap you make, no matter how small it might feel in the moment, creates a real, positive ripple effect on your health, your home, and our planet. So, now I want to hear from you, the amazing Pure Bath Bliss community. What's the one small swap you're feeling excited to try out this week? Drop a comment below, let us know. Let's get a conversation going and inspire each other. Thanks so much for joining me on this.